All right, Sione, it's been a while. You injured your knee, you had to recover, but you played in the Texas State game. What was it like to be back?
Man, it was like surprising, running out and, getting my first play. I always like dreamed after getting hurt, I felt like I would never come back. But having a good strength staff and stuff like that, just getting me to this point, it was great to see.
Remind me when you got hurt and what happened.
I think it was during the UMass week. I think it was a Wednesday practice. My legs were feeling heavy, and I took the wrong cut, and that's the rest of the story to you.
How hard was it for you, and you talked about it emotionally, mentally, and of course physically, to go through that and come back, and what did you have to do to come back?
I would say it wasn't as hard as people think because of my teammates. I had Hank Tupoilotu right there by beside me, and other players, Moroni as well, Lalu Pututao, last year that went through it. Every day just telling me, little things to do mentally, emotionally, as well as spiritually. So, I really don't focus on my knee. I just, focus on, if I'm with my family, family time and, other things like that. So it made the journey really easy. But again, I hit those bumps. But again, I'm so grateful that my teammates had to lift me up.
Hank was great because he's not had one, but two ACLs, I think on two different knees, right? And then he actually comes back the same game with you. Did you guys celebrate that fact together?
He caught his first pass and came back. I'm like, man, you're the real number 35. Anyway, hey, no, you'll always be number 35. I'm like, no, man. After that catch, way better than me. So it was a good time to see the fruits of our labors. So it was cool.
5 carries for 21 yards. You had a catch for a yard as well. You're part of a young running back group that has emerged really nicely this year with Tyler Algier and Lopini Katoa, and now yourself and others. What's it like in that room with Harvey Unga this year?
He's played here, specifically running back. So, just to get coaches, but as well as a player's view of the game. So that's why, we've gotten so close. Hey, I don't know what you see out there, so I'll trust you. And just the trust level between me, Tyler, and Beanie with Harvey has grown. Still growing today. After that, we play games after we're all done. So just building that relationship, it carries on to the field when it really counts.
How old were you when Harvey was playing at BYU?
And I think I was 12.
Did you know about Harv when you're watching BYU?
I had a big old poster of him. I before I used to go play Little League, I used to always watch his highlights. And it's so crazy to see him every day. Like, man, I tell him when we go to practice, I'm like, dude, we need to be like Harvey. And I show you the highlights of him. So just to see him and coach, it's crazy to see.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Harvey, one of the all-time greats at BYU, right?
For sure.
You led the team in rushing last year, most notably having a 100-yard game against Boise State. You cherished that game because that was a massive win at the time. Always big to beat Boise State, but 2-4. They're ranked 14th. It rained a ton before. Baylor Romney's getting the start. This freshman kid named Sione Finau is going to be the running back. What do you remember from that night, and do you cherish that?
I cherish that moment because of the year before. My first time playing was at Boise State, and I got a return, and I fumbled that game. So leading up to this game, I tried my hardest to dial in mentally. When I carry the ball, I carry the ball, for my team and all of, BYU Nation. So, when we got the dub and, it felt good, that, man, people could say I fumbled it, the year before, but, I came back from adversity.
And that'll be a big game in 2 weeks, but Western Kentucky up this week. What's the conversation like as you guys try to continue to play at a high level and continue to be ranked in the top 15, perhaps the top 10 soon?
Just trying to, take every opponent, by, that we're 0-0 and we're trying to, take the team on that's right next to us. Jeff Grimes has, told us every day that, this is the most important game. A lot of teams don't stay undefeated. So we're trying to, approach practice and everything that we do in our meetings that, man, this might be the one, so we're trying to over prepare and we're, still trying to grind to, this might be it. So we're just trying to, keep grinding and practicing.
Against Western Kentucky, Feel good, play good's a thing because you guys are in the all whites with some pink accessories. Do you love it?
I like it. You know, my brothers always told me, hey, if you look good, you play good. So, you know, the all white, you know, it's a clean look. So I think we'll do good with them.
And Halloween night, that should be fun as well. Sione, it's
Oh, for
great to
sure.
have you back. It's great to have you healthy and going, and we look forward to a great game against Western Kentucky. Thanks for the time, man.
Thank you.